Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. For today's video, it's going to be a new product try on. So if you're interested on how I got this makeup look, let's just go ahead and keep on watching. So I have already prepped my skin and also done some color correcting. So next we are moving on to foundation. And for foundation, today I'll be using this brand called Juvia's Place. To be honest, I don't know much about this brand until I saw another Asian YouTuber. She was also using it in one of her video tutorial. I didn't know about it, and then I went to do some research and Google about it. So apparently, if I'm not wrong, this brand was originally created by a black woman or a black makeup artist. So which is one of the reasons why they have so many different shades available for every skin tone. So here I have 4 different shades with me, and this is their foundation. And I also got their concealer, which is quite pretty well known. And for concealer, I got myself in the shade number 18. Yeah, so I have 4 different shades of foundation here, and to be honest, I don't know which one exactly is my shade, because this brand is actually not available in Asian Sephora, or at least in Singapore Sephora. So I actually got my friend to get them from me from the US. I hope I do find the right shade among these 4 different foundation, but also I have my normal other foundation standing by in case if this doesn't work. So before I get started on the base makeup, I'm just going to do a very quick color swatch on my hand. So these are the 4 different foundation shades, and looking at it, I think I'm in really deep trouble because most of the shades over here seems to be quite dark for my skin tone. I think the only one worth trying would probably be this one, which is in the shade 610. So I'm taking the shade 610. I'm just going to squeeze a little onto my palette. I've heard that this foundation has really good coverage, so I'm not going to use too much in the beginning, and I'm just going to use my flat foundation brush, and I'm just going to spread a thin layer. I'll probably do one side of my face first so that you guys can see and compare the different results. Oh, this shade seems to be quite slightly yellowish for my skin tone. It has more of a yellow under base, so I hope it doesn't oxidize easily. So I'm just going to use my essence puff and just blend it out. Okay, so this is half of my face done. This is with the foundation, and this is without any foundation at all. Judging by how I look at myself in the mirror, I think this shade it seems to blend quite well with my current skin tone. However, like I mentioned, I'm not sure whether will it oxidize or darken as the days or hours goes by, but personally I do feel that in terms of the coverage wise, it's really quite high coverage. It has pretty good and decent coverage. Whereas for the texture, it seems to give off a little bit of like a slightly creamy, milky kind of texture. I'm not sure exactly how to describe it, but it just, you know, it doesn't like looks runny or flowing down, you know, anything like that. So when you actually blend it out on your face, you can see that it actually spreads very evenly and easily. To be honest, I'm not exactly sure whether should I go for this foundation today, because for today's makeup, I actually want a very clean, more lighter shade of base makeup so that I can easily create my eye makeup later on. But yeah, judging by it, I think this foundation is looking a little bit too dark, a little bit too toned down. So I think I'll probably just go ahead with my other foundation today. So I think I'll be using my Clear Cover Matte Foundation to create my base makeup. But anyway, so I just done half of my face, and you guys can see the color, the shade, the texture. So this is like one thin layer. Okay, so next I'm just going to quickly remove this side and then complete my base makeup with my Clear foundation, and I'll be right back. Next, moving on to concealer, I have my JS concealer here on standby just in case the Juvia's Place concealer doesn't work, and I sincerely do hope that this shade is the right shade for me at least. Okay, so this is how the packaging looks like. So it actually comes with this kind of a sponge applicator, which is actually quite big in size. I'll probably swatch on my hand first before I apply it onto my face. Honestly, I'm not very sure, but this is how the shade looks like, which I still think that is still pretty too dark and yellowish for my skin tone. Yeah, so I don't think I'll be using this concealer today, but it's here just to show you guys how the texture and the shade looks like. Well, I guess that's the cons of buying foundation and concealer online, because you can't get to try out the shades, the texture, and then you just have to gauge everything based on this little computer screen that you see. So you just have to randomly pick out your shades, and then pick out the shades and the colors, and then just hoping and praying that at least they will suit your skin tone. Which in my case, it doesn't really work that way today. Yeah, so I don't think I'll be using this concealer today because the shade is really not right. And oh, just now I forgot to show you guys the packaging of the foundation. Yeah, so this is how the foundation looks like. So it's in this kind of like a tube design, squeeze tube design. And then this is the concealer. And honestly, I think the packaging of the concealer does looks better than the foundation, but anyway, I think the most important thing is the content itself, whether is it good and if it's suitable for your skin tone or your skin type. Okay, so next, moving on to concealer, I'm just going to quickly conceal my dark circles and my flaws using the JS concealer. Right, so first of all, I'm going to be using the lightest shade over here. Just a little bit. I'm just going to brighten up my inner corner over here. Next, I'm just going to use the neutral shade. And I'm just going to place them at the edge of my dark eye circles to conceal it. Next, moving on to the eyeshadow, I'm really so excited to be trying out this palette from Limecrime today. And this is their VenusXL II palette. So this is how the packaging looks like. Very beautiful packaging. Yeah, I have heard so much about this brand, and sadly again they are not available in Singapore Sephora. So again, I got my friend to get them for me in the US. And inside the shades, oh wow, this is really so exciting and so beautiful colors. And this is how the color looks like. Lots of various different shades and different textures. So we have some shimmer and matte texture. We also have some glitter shades. And to be honest, I'm not exactly sure what kind of makeup look should I go for, but I have been doing some homework and research on Pinterest, and I think this is the kind of look that I want to go for today, which I'm not sure if you guys can tell from the screen. So it's probably going to be something quite colorful, quite shimmery and glittery, but nothing too complicated. Okay, so first of all, I'm just going to take my fluffy eyeshadow brush, and I think the first shade that I want to go for, I think I want to go for this shade called In Bloom, which is a nice matte purple shade. So for today's makeup, I would say that it's not your normal regular daily kind of makeup look, because I wanted to try something slightly different today, something more colorful, more shimmery and glittery. But nevertheless, I just purely want to play around with this palette today. Do you guys want to see the color swatch on the hand, which I think I should probably do first before I start my eyeshadow makeup. I'm just going to randomly pick a few colors to swatch, because I think if I swatch the whole palette, my hand would be too busy. Wow. Oh Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, guys, can you see the colors? This is so pretty. I'm actually quite speechless because the colors are really high pigment, and the texture feels so soft on the skin, on the fingers. Oh my gosh, just take a look at this shimmery green shade over here. This is wow. And this one, and so far the matte texture, the matte colors, they are looking quite promising. So far there's no flyaway powder, there's no like messy powder all over the place. Yeah, so the palette is still looking quite clean. First of all, I'm just going to use this purple shade, and I'm going to use this at the inner corner here, the part where you normally do your contouring. So far it's actually very easy to blend, and the texture is very soft, and it's quite high pigment, I would say. I do hope that I can achieve the kind of look that I wanted to go for today, because yeah, my pure intention for this video today was just to try out this palette. Right now I'm just kind of like going with my instinct and kind of like randomly picking shades. Okay, I think that is the first shade done. So this is the purple shade called In Bloom. Looking quite okay, quite pigmented so far. And next I'm just going to use another brush, and this is the difficult part, because I need to think and look at which shade will go better with this purple shade. I'm feeling so lost right now. I'll go for the green one. What do you guys think? I'll go for this matte green shade called Sage, and then I'll see whether I can top up any glitters on top to get the kind of effect that I wanted. So I'm just going to place this at the center of my upper eyelid next to the purple shade. I'm just going to apply this in a very small area because I have quite smaller eyelid space. So far it's looking quite okay next to the purple one. Okay, so this is the second shade done. This is going to be acting like a base for any shimmers and glitters that I'll be adding on top later. Okay, so next I'm just going to use another brush. I'm going to change to another brush, and I'm just going to go back to this purple shade, and I'm just going to kind of like use the color to do like a wingtip kind of elongated look. So I'm just going to map out the line first, something like this. Then just slowly from there I'm just going to build in the color. Okay, so the upper eyelid is looking somewhat quite okay. So basically I just used two different shades, which is the In Bloom and the color Sage. Next, for the lower eyelid, I'm just going to change to another flat brush, and I'm just going to use the same purple shade. Next, change to another brush, and then I think I'll be going for this. I'll probably go for this shade Phoenix, and I'm just going to place this at the end of my lower eyelid. Once I place that color, it actually kind of brighten up the purple shade, and also adds a little bit of shimmer and sparkle to my lower eyelid. Okay, next I'm just going to use my forefinger and I'm just going to go straight to this shade over here. This is called Mist. Just going to apply this onto my upper eyelid where the green eyeshadow is. Wow, the shimmer is really so pigmented. Oh my gosh, this is so pretty. The glitters are a little bit falling onto my lower eyelid and my cheek area. But it's okay, I can just try to remove or brush them off later. Oh my gosh, this shimmery green shade is really so pretty. I know you guys can't tell from the screen, but in the mirror in real life it's looking so shimmery and pretty, and it's actually sitting quite well on top of the matte green eyeshadow. So doing the same thing for the other side. Okay, so this is the shimmery green shade called Mist. And next I'm just going to add on even more glitters. I'm going to go for the shade Crown, which is like a shimmery pinkish shade over here. I'm just going to use my pinky and I'm just going to place directly on top. It seems to be even more shimmery and glittery. So far it's achieving the kind of effect and the makeup look that I wanted, but we shall see if we can add on anything else later on. So I'm just touching out a little bit of the purple shade at the outer corner because it's quite it's a little quite smudgy, so I'm just blending it even more. Okay, so this is how the eyeshadow looks like. We are not quite done yet. Next I'm just going to take another smaller brush, and I think I want to try this shimmery white shade called Radiant, and I'll see if I can use this to brighten up my inner corner over here. Oh, it's actually working. So yeah, so this is the inner corner being brightened up. I'll bring some to my lower eyelid at the front. Okay, we are more or less done with the eyeshadow, and now I'm thinking whether should I do some eyeliner or should I just add on some false lashes, or should I do nothing at all, because I'm really liking how the color combination turns out to be. I didn't expect that purple and green would match so well together, and of course plus the shimmery green shade, which is adding a lot of sparkle and glitters to my whole eye makeup. Yeah, it's very shimmery and kind of have like a dreamy look, the kind of dreamy look that I wanted to achieve from what I saw on Pinterest. Yeah, so might not be exactly the same as what I saw, but somewhat the direction is getting there. I think I'll just probably put on some false lashes because I don't want any eyeliner to, you know, kind of ruin the whole color combination in the eye makeup. So I'm just going to put some false lashes off camera and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back and I already had some false lashes on, and I know that earlier on I mentioned that I'll probably not do eyeliner, but after putting on my false lashes, I feel that a little bit of eyeliner probably won't hurt and it might make the whole eye makeup look even more completed. So I already done a little bit of eyeliner at the outer edge and also at the inner corner, so just to give it a little bit more dimension. And I also added on some extra glitters at the inner corner, and the glitters that I've used is this Peri Para liquid glitter, so it's actually like a brush tip, so you can add on to any of your eye makeup. Okay, next I'm just going to quickly move on to my eyebrows and complete the rest of the makeup. So for the eyebrow, I think today I want to go for a very soft and light color today because I have quite a heavy and glittery eye makeup on. I'm just going to use this eyebrow pencil from CanMake, and I'm just going to fill in the gaps in my brows. Okay, my eyebrows are now completed, so they are a little bit more softer than how I would usually draw, but I'm not going to be bothered too much by them because later on I'll be putting down my fringe, so you can't really see the eyebrows as well. So next I'm just going to quickly set my foundation, my base, with some loose powder, and for that I'll be using the Perfect Diary Oil Control Loose Powder. Next, for blusher, I'm going to be using this blusher from Milani. This is a very nice soft pink rosy shade. And I'm just going to use a very fluffy brush, and I'm just going to apply near the eye area over here, which is the cheekbones. Next, for highlighter, I'm going to be using this highlighter shade from Perfect Diary. So this is a very nice champagne glitter and shimmery shade, which I think would probably goes quite well with today's makeup look. It certainly does have some sheen, but it's not really achieving the kind of result that I want. So I think I'll probably add a little bit of other stuff on top. So over here I have this white shimmery shade that I got from Daiso, and this is their brand called Your Glam. I actually bought this quite some time ago, but I just haven't really got the chance to use it yet. I'm just going to try add this on top of the Perfect Diary highlighter. It's probably not going to make a lot of difference, but nevertheless, I still want to give this a try. And yes, I was right. There's not a lot of difference. Well, you can actually see that it's very shimmery and glittery on the mirror, but I know from the screen you guys can't really tell much difference. Probably a little bit over here. Okay, probably something like this, because I know that if the more I add on, the more that is still not going to make much difference. Okay, so right now we are left with the last step of the whole makeup, which is the lip makeup. And for the lips, I'm just going to go for something really simple, very natural. But before that, I want to add a little bit of fun factor for this whole makeup. So I actually got this crystal stickers online. I got this from Shein, and they actually come together in a set like this. So I'm thinking of just probably use like 2 of these and to place them underneath my eye area over here. Yeah, so this is how the crystal looks like, which I think would probably goes quite okay. Yeah, so this is like adding some fun factors to this whole makeup. Okay, so I got my tweezers, and I'm just going to slowly peel them off. Oh, okay, so they come in a whole piece like this. Yeah, so I'm just going to see which area is much more suitable. Oh, wow, it's actually quite sticky. Yeah, so this is like one side done, and I'm going to do the same for the other side. Yeah, so I just need to check that they are actually balanced. So for my lip makeup, I just want to keep things very simple and natural. So for that, I'll be using this lip oil from She Glam. This is from their Sunday Picnic collection. Okay, so the entire whole makeup look is now finally completed, and to be honest, I'm really happy and very satisfied with today's makeup look. And this Limecrime palette, guys, I'm telling you, if you guys have Limecrime in your area, in your country, please go and get this palette. the colors are really very pretty, very amazing. And I would say that the texture of the powder itself is very soft and very smooth, and it's very easy to blend. And best of all is that the shimmer shades and the matte texture, they go so well together. I'm really loving how this purple shade and the green color shade goes together so perfectly. And I think this makeup look should also be quite suitable for the upcoming Halloween season. So if you don't want anything that's too dramatic, you want something that is still fun but yet simple to achieve, you can probably consider this kind of makeup look. So you just add on a little bit of this kind of stickers and some shimmers, and you get a really nice shimmery fun look for the Halloween season. Okay, that's it for today's. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Don't forget to give this video a little thumbs up, and also don't forget to subscribe to my channel. For more of my daily life updates, you guys can follow me on my Instagram account over here. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!